Good evening, everyone. This is what my greenhouse looks like at night. Check it out. Anyway, I wanted to share the benefits of having a GAHT system installed in your greenhouse, or a ground to air heat transfer. It's kind of, a hybrid between geothermal and GAHT systems that are traditionally installed, because this one's not really buried very deep and the bottom's not insulated, so you got some heat dissipation to the bottom soil underneath. But nonetheless, I want to show you the benefits of this type of heating system in your greenhouse, especially in the early spring. So it's April 15th, and as you can see, it's about 11 o'clock in the evening, and we do have a frost. I don't know if you can see that. But the thermometer is showing 28 outside. See that? Even though the Weather Channel is showing 37. See that? Pretty cold. So anytime the weather tells me it's gonna be 36, early morning low, I know that we always get a frost here. 28 right now, and it's only 11, so by 6 in the morning it'll be much colder. So in here, I got these LED lights running, and I got a supplemental heater running here, but it's not maxed out. I think I only got it running at half capacity. So this is pulling like 750 watts, this heater, and it's probably only doing about 10% of the heating in here. About 80% of the heating that's done in here currently is the fan, which only pulls 180 watts. And I've tested having this unplugged, having the lights off, and just the fan running, and it sustains the temperature much better than having heaters or lights, because you got so much heat dissipation. This stuff, even though it's double wall, the greenhouse plastic is only rated at about 2 for the R value. So whatever heat you pump in here is instantly lost unless you can pump it in real quick with like propane heaters or whatever. So in here we got 42 right now. Now by early morning it might drop to 40, but outside it's probably going to be like 26. So just running 180 watts of fan and keeping this greenhouse above freezing, above 40, so that you can have all your tomato starts, pepper starts growing without a problem, without having to waste too much money on electricity, I say is a plus. Even the bananas are thriving in here. This thermometer is showing the temperature of the soil at 3 feet deep. I don't know if you can see that. It's just about 57-ish. So it's picking up quite a bit of heat from the soil to blow back into the greenhouse, even though running it, trying to pump the heat out of the soil is not as efficient as pumping it in, because the mechanism of going the other way around works a lot better with phase change, because you got the water vapor condensing. underground since the air is very humid in here, versus now you're pumping dry air, or it's not completely dry, but basically there's really not much condensing going on underground, so you're just relying on conduction and convection to pick up heat using the plastic corrugated pipe to run back in here. So it's running at around about 100 feet of tubing before it comes out, which is still bringing the, I'd say it's probably blowing out, you know, like 44 degree air, 45 degree air out of those tubes, and it's keeping it at 42-ish in here. So it still works, and only running like 180 watts. You know, cold days like this, I turn the heater on as well, just to be safer. But I don't really have to. It still runs fine without supplemental heaters. All I need is that fan. This is the Infinity fan, if anybody is interested. Infinity 8-inch duct fan. They're around $300 to $400, but definitely a good quality fan. It's pushing about I believe like 800 cubic feet per minute. So it definitely has enough power. You know, it's distributed over, there's 3 pipes going in, and then they're all coming out in 3 different separate directions in the greenhouse. But I still feel quite a bit of flow even after it's been divided into 3. And the pipe is all curved underground every which way to cause a turbulent flow. So yeah, I definitely don't regret installing this system. Some people might say that it's useless, especially since, you know, the bottom is not insulated, so you got a lot of heat dissipation going on to the bottom underneath the pipes, but I still get enough benefit out of it, so I think still useful in the long run. So that's all I got to say. Have a good night, everyone.